Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for round 2 of LOE PC, and it is time for the Circuit of the Americas. I'm your commentator, Austin Smith. I'll be your sole commentator for today, but next week we're going to have King Kodiak back, of course, and I'm very excited for this one. Before we head into the qualifying session that is already underway, let's quickly look at what happened last week. To it right away. We have J. Cole here right now as he starts his lap. He's not going to be the first one to start a lap. We have a lot of drivers out here. And the volume is a little bit on the quiet side. Let me quickly fix that. Apologies for that issue. We should be getting this up. Let's make it 5. Yeah, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. We want to hear those engines. Black Panther, actually the first one across the line, and it is a 131.8 for him, but immediately gets beaten by Marnix, and then Velo 130.3, and that right there is the first benchmark of the session. We might see the cars dip into the 1 minute 29s, but very strong showing there from Velo. Early on, Sneaky, also 130.3. J. Cole, meanwhile, has invalidated. We look at Sven, also invalid. KangoCon, he's coming through the triple right-hander. 2 corners to go. Invalidation central right here. He just keeps it on the track. And 1 more corner to go through the final corner. And straighten it out to the line. And it's a 130.1 from KangoCon. He goes P1 early on in the session. Merckx, his teammate in the McLaren, goes P2 straight away. So very strong showing early on from the McLarens. Can they turn that into points later on? They really have to catch up to what they have done previously. We're also going to take a look at RJW videos here. He crosses the line. That's a 131.4. That is P7 between Super Noob and Marnix right there. Just ahead of Marnix, 0.04 of a second, not that much in between. We have Mason also starting a lap, just about starting a lap here in the Mercedes, as he can take us around the track a little bit through turn 1, uphill, then a tight hairpin, turn 2, fast right hand, and now the sweeping section of 3, 4. He's not taking that as fast as you can. 5 and 6, 7 as well. He's got invalidated already in number 8, turn number 9. And this is where the tires are getting at their hottest through turn 10. Turn 11 is where they already cooled down a little bit. Then into the hairpin that starts the long back straight. Prime overtaking opportunity coming up at the end of this one, as I think he's moving out of the way for someone. But we have no one on a flying lap right now. The 3 drivers in the top 7 that are out of the pits right now are all on in-laps. That would be KangoCon, Merckx, who just entered the pits, and RJW as well. Whereas Mason has obviously aborted his lap. The next driver to start one will be Cookie. Yeah, QVR Cookie, our winner from race 1. And that is a horrible sound right there. That is the infamous rev glitch. And the first thing I noticed looking at that car, I mean, check out the helmet. In a sea of white, he's wearing a yellow and turquoise helmet. I mean, that one stands out right there. I quite like it, but does it translate into lap time? We will see. It did translate into a win, last week, so good signs there. But can he confirm his serious pace? Oh, and he's losing it! He's into the wall, and he can continue. Rejoins the track very dangerously there. I think that was Sven. No, that wasn't Sven. Then it was... I think it was Igor, actually. In P12. In the Alpine it was, yeah. It was Igor who just avoided that Haas right there. That was incredibly close between those two. My goodness. Cookie can still continue, but he might have damage to the rear. The question is, and I'm actually going to check this, is, hold up, Sven has a 5th-place grid penalty for a collision with Ollie. What has happened there? I can't believe it. What are they doing? No damage, at least no visible damage to either car. Let's actually check what the damage settings are, because I think this is something that is very important. Standard and reduced. So, I'm pretty sure with standard damage and reduced rate that Cookie may have some damage to the rear wing or the rear diffuser of the car. That might end his qualifying session pretty early here. He might still try to qualify. Maybe he has no damage. Maybe he got away with one there. But if he does have any damage to the rear of the car, it's going to take a long time for the team to fix that. Apparently he doesn't. Or maybe he thinks he doesn't. We'll see if the lap time translates as well. But he might have gotten away with one there. 148.9, of course, not competitive whatsoever after that horrible, horrible mistake here. So, through turn 1 we go once again. Cookie on his second run. He's taking that curb more carefully now. Through turns 3 and 4 and 5. And this is how you drive him in anger. 6. Yeah, that went well so far. Looks like a really good first sector. Goes purple on the track map. That doesn't mean a whole lot, though. Oftentimes we see purple and it doesn't mean anything. As we have a Red Bull about to end their lap. It's either LTU or Super Noob. Oh, massive slide from Cookie here. And that is, I think, again his lap over. And that is Super Noob to start a lap. We have J. Cole, I think. Yes, J. Cole about to finish his first lap. His first lap that counts. If he doesn't invalidate, which he does not. There's a McLaren going slowly. I think that's either Kangaskhan or Mercked. Probably Mercked because he's on an outlap. J. Cole up to P6. 130.6 for him. Marnix up to P9. We have another Alfa Romeo in Velo about to start a lap. Then we have Igor up to P10 in the Alpine. Next up is not Ollie, it's Mason into the pit lane. Mason into the pit lane. I think Cookie coming through the final corner. What's it going to be? With the mistake, still a P3. And I think that definitely confirms that this car has no damage to the rear wing or rear diffuser. So Cookie really, really, really dodged a bullet there. Ollie up to P6 in the Mercedes. We have Sniper Owens, I think, coming through. Yes, he is, up to P13 with a 131.5. So right now we see the top 15, all the drivers that have set a lap time, within 1.7 seconds of each other. And we are waiting for Lucky Finger up to P9. We are waiting now for LTU to go into the pit lane. There you go. Sneaky is on an out lap. Yeah, Manta is... well, he has invalidated significantly. I think that was very clear there from the shot we just got. Super Noob aborts the lap. He did not invalidate, but he's not happy with it. Must have made... oh! Must have made a mistake elsewhere and must have made another mistake here as well. Mercked is on a run. 2 corners left to go. Stays on track here. 1 more to go. Can he beat Kangaskhan's time? He only has a 10th to find. Runs off the track there, but still, he ties him. Can you believe it? And there goes Velo straight after and pushes them down. But Mercked and Kangaskhan are tied for second now. I cannot believe that. That is truly remarkable from both drivers there. Kangaskhan